Guests, please stand. Her Excellency, the Right Honourable Dame Cindy Kiro, Governor-General of New Zealand.
Hare mai rā, I rungi te karango te rānei e. Hare mai, I rungi te reo pōhiri o te kaurangi nei e. Nau mai, hare mai, hare mai.
E hōnore he korooria he mau ngārongo ki runga ki te mata o te whenua. He whakaaro pai ki ngā tangata katoa. Aro haina ngā taina me ngā tuakana e noho nei rungi te whakaaro kotahi pai marire.
Please be seated. Kia ora tātou katoa. Nau mai hara mai ki te whare kāwana tianara, kei tāmaki makaurau. Distinguished guests, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to Government House for today's investiture ceremony. I'd like to specifically acknowledge the Honourable Stuart Nash, Minister of the Crown, Mr Joe Harawira, Kaumātua, Mrs Rānui Ngārimu, Kuia. Hosting investiture ceremonies is one of the most important duties that I perform on behalf of Her Majesty, the Queen of New Zealand. I'm delighted to bring together such an extraordinary group of New Zealanders. You have each brought pride and a greater sense of well-being to Aotearoa New Zealand through your outstanding achievements and your service to our communities. On behalf of all New Zealanders, I invite you to join with me in congratulating them after each recipient is honoured. Mr Ward Carmel will now summon the recipients and read their citations.
Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of an Officer of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Mr Ross Black of Wanaka for services to health. Ross Black founded the Otago Rescue Helicopter Trust and was chair from 1998 to 2019, during which time the rescue helicopter service transported more than 9,500 patients to hospital. He spearheaded a $3.5 million fundraising drive for a dedicated rescue helicopter. The Trust now has 4 such helicopters. He was instrumental in obtaining a significant value and donated professional services, supporting day-to-day operations as well as groundbreaking equipment upgrades. He was trustee and chairman of the Healthcare Otago Charitable Trust, overseeing the implementation of an investment policy that built the Trust's funds to more than $17 million and distributions to the community of more than $10 million for equipment, training, research and community projects. Mr Black was a director of Canterbury Health Boards and chairman of Otago DHB. Mr Ross Black. Emeritus Professor Ralph Cooney of Warkworth for services to science and innovation. Emeritus Professor Ralph Cooney has led development of national research and development networks between researchers and companies in New Zealand to assist transforming the country's economy. He has been professor at the University of Auckland since 1986 and has been head of the Department of Chemistry and Dean of Science. He was Pro-Vice-Chancellor of the university's Tāmaki Innovation Campus, where he developed campus community initiatives. He holds several national and international fellowships. He has led major government-funded research programs and held several Crown appointments. He is an assessor for the Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment's Endeavour Fund. Professor Cooney has chaired various innovation groups, including Auckland Metro Innovation Group, Scion Research Limited International Science Panel, and the Packaging Council of New Zealand Environmental Awards. Emeritus Professor Ralph Cooney, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Mr. Samir Handa of Auckland, for services to business and New Zealand-India relations. Samir Handa is Chair of the India-New Zealand Business Council and Deputy Chair of New Zealand Asian Leaders. He has been part of multiple ministerial trade delegations. He is Managing Director of Global New Zealand Limited, importing innovative products to New Zealand, and was CEO and Director of Pattern Limited, a large corporate in the cold chain industry. He is a board member of Bank of India, New Zealand Limited, and heads the Audit and Risk Committee. He mentors young entrepreneurs and guides those engaging in trade between India and New Zealand. Mr. Handa is a member of the Refrigerant Recovery Board and trustee of the Auckland Health Foundation. Mr. Samir Handa, please come forward. Mrs. Helen Varney of Auckland for services to education, particularly Pacific education. Helen Varney has been a well-regarded principal for many years, most recently of Target School, Tōtaravale. She is Secretary of the New Zealand Pasifika Principals Association and was President of North Shore Principals and the Auckland Primary Principals Association. As Director and Lead Facilitator, she ran the pilot of Totai o Le Moana, Navigators of the Ocean, a program supporting principals of Pasifika students to build their capability as school leaders, and is leading the scale-up of the initiative. Mrs. Varney is a qualified facilitator in the Māori Achievement Collaboratives, has contributed to numerous Ministry of Education and interagency working groups, and has mentored teachers to become principals. Mrs. Helen Varney, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the Queen's Service Medal, Mrs. Alison Staines of Auckland for services to the environment. Alison Staines is a founding committee member and current chair of Tāwharanui Open Sanctuary Society Incorporated. She has monitored New Zealand endangered dotterels in Tāwharanui. She is a life member of the Miranda Shorebird Centre and was founder and chair of Friends of Rangikapiti Society, spending countless hours eradicating weeds, fundraising and liaising with iwi. She established Wilderness Walks, which has introduced hundreds to walking safely in all parts of New Zealand, with an emphasis on the environment. Mrs. Staines curated an educational trailer stationed at Anchor Bay to educate visitors on bird life and walks in the park. Mrs. Alison Staines, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive an honorary Queen's Service Medal, Ms. Jessica Woodendijk of Auckland for services to the aged care sector. Ms. Jessica Woodendijk founded Jellica Limited, an aged care advisory service and education organisation. She developed a quality assurance program for facilities to continue achieving a high standard of care. She developed a food plan which assists aged care facilities to comply with food safety regulations. She is chair of Care Association New Zealand. During the COVID-19 pandemic, she has assisted and supported aged care facilities around New Zealand. She was appointed to the P1834 Health and Disability Service Standard Committee. Ms. Woodendijk is a life member of Cancer Society Auckland and volunteers with the Breast Cancer Association. Ms. Jessica Woodendijk, please come forward. Your Excellency, the investiture has concluded.
New Zealand's honours system is our highest public affirmation of outstanding individual achievement. It reinforces those things that make our society better: service, manaakitanga, and the pursuit of excellence. To our recipients, it has been a privilege to hear your stories. You have each used your talents and abilities to improve the lives of fellow New Zealanders. In doing so, you embody the spirit of the whakatauki, whaia te iti kahurangi, ki te tauhua koe me he maunga teitei. Seek the treasure that you value most dearly. If you should bow your head, let it be to a lofty mountain. I urge recipients to wear your insignia with pride at every opportunity, knowing that you inspire others by doing so. On behalf of the Queen of New Zealand and all New Zealanders, I congratulate you on your achievements, and I thank you again for your service to our country. Kia ora, hui mai tātou I te ata nei. You will see on the back of your program the words for the national anthem in Te Reo Māori and in English. I now invite you to join with me and sing both for the national anthem.